Stay with me. You ain't gotta go, you can with me. We can hang out, do the day with me. You tryna be a man, it can stay friendly. We could do the beach, we could hang out. Yes, and the ego to my house. You can spend the night till we wake up. Do it all again, cause it ain't mud. What is this love? What are we waiting for? Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I feel alright. In my all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in
Living on the edge and finding out it's kind of dumb. Realize I am somebody that I don't know at all. Oh God, would you tell me why I'm born down to the bone? Even though I've only seen half of the world, I'm coming home. Hanging on the hope, I'm losing grip of time and space. Mind is running circles over something I can't change. I've looked, I've tried, no one told me when it wrong. Am I feeling all the feelings, or am I just going numb? Oh me, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. Oh, no time for living a lie. Oh, time flies, so don't blink twice.
I tried everything I thought that I may need. I've been trying to catch my breath since I was 17. I've hurt, I've cried, and way too much to drink. But I won't let my life drown in that old kitchen sink. Oh me, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. Oh, no time for living a lie. Oh, time flies, so don't think twice. Time flies, so don't think twice. Oh me, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. Oh, no time for living a lie. Oh, time flies, so don't think twice. Oh, time flies, so don't blink twice. Time flies, so don't blink twice.
All I ever wanted was a black Grand National. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really step, but it's not enough.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the New York Giants. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Watson has it right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's second and 10. Looking to throw. Madison. Able to find his man, Kraft. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll try to do it himself. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Looking to throw, Dart. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Dart. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. Mecole Hardman is deep for Green Bay. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Here's Dart. This is caught by Hilton. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Giants have struck first in this NFC title game. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second and 10. Back to throw. Madison. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he'll get it inside the 35. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he stopped immediately there. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, break! Right there, hurt! 60 Eagles, 60! Check smash! Ready?
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Jackson Dart, 25 yards. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now he'll tuck this and run. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Try and throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves it with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Madison. Now this aired out deep for Reed. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden 59 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now Bolden on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun is Dart. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here's Dart. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, it's Gomez. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Hardman to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Madison. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Paulson to Debo. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good one there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Sidestepping that here. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Madison. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down. Madison. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. How about this? He's to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
that his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And that'll make this a three-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Throwing after the interception. Madison. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
A final shot before break. Madison. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Taken at the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right? It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 65 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw, he's got Crown. Oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
48-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw. Madison. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you could wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. That's to Kraft, the tight end. Call it a gain of a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yards to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Going quickly out to the right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Matthew Golden from 13 yards out. And the Packers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to stretch out their lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile, we do have an injured player. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll try again with the arm here on second down. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun on 3rd down, Madison. Now inside the 25. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Bass on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback. And it'll come out to the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there. And my goodness, another interception. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard.